Hey everyone, I'm excited to be back with you on video. So welcome to key number 7 mini lesson on your truth and boundaries. So it's been a few months since I've recorded a live video versus an audio lesson, and I know some of you have emailed me and asked when was that going to happen again. So here I am. My video camera broke and I needed to get another setup. So here I am. So we're talking about a really important key today, and I know that I say that for every key. But really, in this short mini lesson, we're going to be talking about what do I mean when I talk about your truth? And then what do I mean when I talk about boundaries? So I know a lot of you have been working with this key for a while now, and I might have some new things to add to it today. I might have some new things to add to it today for you. So, besides what do I mean, I'm also going to be talking about why it's important to know your truth and to then express it, act from that place, and then also why it's important to set and keep healthy boundaries with yourself and others. And then a few tips to help you get started today. All right, here we go. I've got my notes over here on the side. So, what do I mean when I say your truth? I mean simply what is true for you. And because we know that we change and grow all the time, that your truth can change and grow, right? It may change day to day sometimes, and that's okay. So your truth includes what you feel in your body at any moment, what emotions you're experiencing, pain, fatigue, etc. As far as what you feel in your body. Emotions, I'm angry, I'm sad, right? There's a lot of different emotions we can have. What you think and believe, quote unquote, your opinions about anything, okay? What you want, need, and desire in your life, in all 7 areas of your life. So in a nutshell, and how you want to be treated, right? So that kind of falls into what you want, need, and desire, but how you want to be treated by others also, goes into your truth. Boundaries. When I talk about boundaries, first of all, it's with yourself and others. So boundaries always start with us, and we have to know what our truth is in order to know what kind of boundaries we're going to need to set, right? Define our boundaries and set them. So in general, a boundary that most of us want to keep is being honest with yourself about what your truth is, right? About all those other things that I mentioned before. What is your truth? And then the next piece is being able to express that with yourself and others. All people, all situations is what we're really going for. Acting from a place of that as well, right? Behaving or acting, taking actions that are in alignment with your truths. So that's a general boundary you want to set with yourself. And so I'm going to give you an example. A lot of people come to me and they're sick, right? And one of their truths is, yes, I'm sick right now. I have these symptoms. I'm feeling this way, and I desire to be healthy. Awesome. So you may need to set a boundary around time. If you're sick and you desire to be healthy, a time boundary is something you're going to have to set for yourself, and then of course that's going to impact others around you, because you're going to need to take the time to do the things that will get you back to 100% health. So that's just like kind of a simple one that most of my people deal with, and I definitely how do you think I know it? When I had MS and all the other things I struggled with, mentally, physically, and emotionally, I had to really, and it's not easy setting and keeping boundaries, which is why we're talking about it and why most of us need help in that area. But yeah, that was one of the big things I had to do. I had to tell people, no, I need this time for myself, for my healing. I needed to work less. I needed to rest more. So those sorts of things, just as an example, a simple example. Boundaries with others. Let's talk about that next. So expressing your truth, being who you are, acting from that place with everyone in your life. And if they don't respect or honor that, then you may have to set another boundary with them. And if they still aren't keeping it, then you may have to leave. Now this is, I'm talking about relationships. I'm also talking about situations like work life versus personal life. In all areas of our life, we need to do this. So example, if you express how you feel and what you think, and your friend, partner, or family member shuts you down, or worse, criticizes you, right? Most of us want to be heard. You don't have to agree, but hear me out, right? Hear my truth. That's like a basic one in most relationships, even work. So you might have to set another boundary that, hey, I expect if we're going to be in this relationship, you're going to listen to me. You don't have to agree, but you're going to listen at least to what I have to say and what I think. Okay? And you're not going to put me down for it. Make me feel less than or bad or guilty or shame or whatever. So maybe you set that boundary and then they're still not keeping it. Then you're going to have to make a decision. Do I need to leave this relationship? If over time they're not changing this behavior, they're not honoring and respecting your boundary, you may have to leave. Okay? This is really where it becomes difficult for a lot of us, and I'll explain that why that is in a little bit. So why is it important? Okay? Why is it important? Simply living, knowing your truth and then expressing it, being it, acting on it for yourself and then with everyone else. Really, your health and happiness depends on it. Okay, and it does affect all other areas of your life as well. Your purpose, your passions, money, everything, right? But in a nutshell, health and happiness are like dependent on it. Many people come to me, depression, anger, resentment, a lot of grief and sadness. All of those types of emotions when they come in through the health door. And probably not expressing those either. Most of us have a hard time and stuff those. And what happens over time when we're not expressing, we're not feeling, and we're stuffing those emotions because of it, it will come out as an illness in your body. Some of you it's pain. Some of you it's headaches. Some of you it's fatigue. Some of you it's a full-blown illness, cancer, MS, chronic fatigue, fill in the blank, right? Fill in the blank. So that's in a nutshell why it's important. So why would we not want to know our truth, right? Why would we, if we know it, not want to express it or act from it? And then, of course, why would we not set and keep boundaries that are in alignment, right, with our truths and what we want, need, and desire as part of those? The simple answer, again, is fear. So, fear. And I know you guys on some level know this, but let's really get into it a little bit here in this mini lesson, a little bit more. So from a very young age, many of us tried to speak and be our truth, and we got shut down. We lost love, maybe praise. Maybe we caused conflict. Maybe worse, right? A lot of my clients have also been abused. And part of that might have been because they were speaking and being their truth, or they thought that was why. So we tend to then, some of us are criticized. That's another piece. We're criticized or made fun of. And this can be by family, siblings, somebody at school, a stranger, right? But at some point in your life, and probably many times, something negative happened when you were speaking or being your truth, acting from your truth. When you tried to maybe set a boundary even. And a lot of us as children didn't even try to set or keep a boundary because we were children. We didn't think we had the power to do that, especially with adults. Maybe we did with peers, but not adults, right? So what happened then is we took on that pattern of doing that. I mean, not doing it, not living and speaking our truth, hiding, shutting down, so that we could survive, so that we could get love, approval, maybe money, fill in the blank. Now we're in adulthood, fast forward, and we're still doing it, right? We're still doing it. And it's because of what happened to us at a younger age and all the beliefs that we then made up about, well, I can't because fill in the blank, right? Some of us have the belief they're not important. Some of us have the belief that it's going to cause conflict. We're going to be hurt. We're going to lose love, attention, etc., etc. So in a nutshell, that's why. So, next. So what can we do to shift this? Begin shifting it today. So as always, I teach that we can't change anything we're not aware of, right? So we always start there. So let's first start with, what is your truth? Take some time, grab your notebook, take some time to reflect on, what is my truth? How am I feeling right now in my body? What emotions am I experiencing? What are my thoughts, right? What do I think or believe? This may take time. What do I want, need, and desire in the 7 areas of my life, right? And know, you guys, this is going to take time for a lot of you. Some of you may be okay in certain areas, not others. Some of you may just be starting from scratch, right? So you're all going to be at different places, and that's fine. So wherever you're at, and it may take some time, and this is something, it's not like a one-time thing. I do recommend for all my clients to do this on a daily basis for a few minutes in a journal, notebook, whatever. So that's where I would suggest you get started. And then I want you to also reflect on, who do you express with? Who do you express and be your truth with now, currently? And who do you not feel okay doing that with? Okay. And it might, again, be different areas are okay and different areas aren't with certain people. Okay. So then, number 3, why are you holding back from knowing what your truth is, then from expressing it and or setting and keeping healthy boundaries? And that'll go back to the fears we talked about that started in childhood, right? So getting really clear, first of all, on those things is where I would recommend you start. And then if you are ready to go deeper into this, if you'd like more tools and tips and support on living and being your truth and setting and keeping healthy boundaries, I invite you to look at the options below. There are a few options that you can check out, and one of them might work for you. So, thank you for joining me today. if you know someone that needs this message, that needs this mini lesson, please feel free to forward it. So many people now, not just women, men too, are struggling with living and being their truth, right? And setting and keeping healthy boundaries. It's something that most people struggle with. Again, given what we experienced in childhood, and our parents experienced it too, and everybody else who shut you down or criticized you, most everyone has struggled with this and is trying to heal that now, right? Is trying to let all that stuff go. So, as always, I'm sending you love and courage. And remember, progress, not perfection. Okay? Baby steps, baby steps. Staying conscious about these things daily is really going to help to shift them over time. And then over time, you'll notice that your health is going to get better. You're going to be happier. You're going to feel more fulfilled, even though it may feel hard to do some of these things at first. Right? It's very worth it. All right. Till next time, have a great month. Bye.